So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. It seems that everybody I know has a love-hate relationship with their sleep quality. And they all have a really strong opinion about their mattress. I know I did. Helix Sleep is my sponsor today, and my strong opinion is I love my Helix. I track my sleep. Do you? I was not getting enough deep sleep, the kind that restores your body. My wife says I was just a grumpy old man. I said, no, it's my mattress. And I was right, because it changed when I got my Helix Sleep mattress. I start on my back, I turn on my side, so they can customize their mattress to fit my personal needs. They can do it for you too. In fact, Helix has 20 unique mattresses. By the way, I got my deep sleep from 30 minutes to over 2 hours, and I put an end to that tossing and turning. It's awesome. Free shipping, 120-night sleep trial, limited lifetime warranty, and the Happy with Helix guarantee with seamless returns and exchanges. Go to helixsleep.com/dailyboost for 20% off site-wide, 25% off Luxe mattresses, 30% off Elite mattresses. That's helixsleep.com/dailyboost for 20% off site-wide, 25% off Luxe mattresses, and 30% off Elite mattresses. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/dailyboost. So every day, tens of thousands of people download the Daily Boost podcast, and they listen in the morning or the afternoon, the evening, whenever they choose to. But more folks, many more folks, download Blinkist, including me. They're a sponsor today, and I want you to check them out. I'll tell you more about them in just a minute. But right now, go to Blinkist.com/boost and get a 7-day free trial plus 25% off a Blinkist premium membership. It is awesome. You're going to love it. Blinkist.com/boost. How are you? Happy summer. I guess we're officially there, kind of unofficially. Memorial Day weekend has passed, and now it's summertime. It's hot. It's humid. It's hazy. Do you have any summer projects, or are you just vacationing all summer? Or are you just getting out and hiding like so many folks these days? Like, I'm out of Dodge, tired of staying home. Let me ask you a question. When it comes to reinventing your life and getting what you want, do you collect tips and tricks and strategies and things like that, and you wonder sometimes why they don't work? Do you wonder sometimes why you do something and you say, why did I do that? You can't seem to stop yourself? Simple mindset I adopted a long time ago, which really helps if you keep it at the forefront of your thinking. We'll talk about that today. It is the Daily Boost from motivationmove.com, the positive boost you need every single day. It's a positive boost because I just believe you can do whatever you want to do, and that's my core philosophy. Come here real close, okay? Here it is. It's very simple. Very few people will speak this way to you, but I will. I'll be real. I'm a positive and upbeat guy. At the same time, I just believe the world's real. And I think you're the boss of you. And if you decide that you want to do something, a better job, a better relationship, live someplace else, I don't care what it is. If you decide that, I think then you should say, okay, fine, let's go get it. And that's what this show's about every single day, to make sure you get what you want, no matter what gets in the way. And why would you stop before you got there anyway? I'll tell you why. Ready? Because you're the boss of you too. The BOSS. I know you told yourself what you wanted to do, but then suddenly you didn't do it. So what we do on this show is make sure that you do it. You don't mind if I push you just a little bit, do you? I hope not. My name is Scott Smith. I'm the founder and the chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. Thanks for stopping by today. Going to be a fun summer. I can't wait. We're going to kick it off right now as, I'm moving into my RV this week. We are going, what do they call this in Europe? Going on a caravan? They say, Scott, you got a caravan? Is that what you call it? It's a motorhome, but we're going to hit the mountains and have some fun this week. I'll tell you more about that. Before I get rolling, Our sponsor today is Blinkist, and I have been with them now well over a year. I love Blinkist. Now, what is that? Blinkist is an app for anybody, including you, who cares about learning and doesn't have a lot of time. So here's how they do it. Blinkist takes the key takeaways, the ideas from about 4,000 nonfiction bestsellers. It's awesome. 27 categories, and they create 15-minute text or audio explainers. They call them blinks. They also have podcast blinks, so you can get the heart of a podcast really, really fast. So essentially, this is what happens. You become one of 15 million people who use Blinkist to learn more about self-improvement, personal development, personal growth, whatever you want to call it, management, leadership, mindfulness, and happiness. It is a very cool way to do things. And here's how it really works. You pull it up. You say, what do I want to listen to? Let me try that one. Listen or read. If you love it, great. If not, move on to the next one. It's unbelievable how fast you can put great ideas in your mind. I want you to try it. By the way, how to stop worrying and start living. Dale Carnegie. I did that last week, the week before. It was Why We Sleep. Been into sleep lately. Matthew Walker. You should try that. Blinkist has a special offer for you. Go to Blinkist.com/boost, start your 7-day free trial, and get 25% off a Blinkist premium membership. Let me spell this for you so you get it right. Blinkist, Blinkist.com/boost to get 25% off and a 7-day free trial. Blinkist.com/boost. I have to tell you, I walked in this morning, I turned on my computer to see what was happening in the world, to see if everything was still working. Been through a pandemic in the last year and a half, right? I used to say I would come in the morning to see if the world was still working, and one day I came in and it wasn't. My dream came true. My nightmare came true. And suddenly here we are a year and a half later, for the most part, getting back into the new normal that is now becoming much more normal. Feels almost normal again, depending on where you are. But I walked in and a note on Facebook from Jen, Operation Reinvention, kicking in for the summer again. She's going to make some change. I love watching folks do that. I love folks, they're kind of like me, in a ritual, if you will. Certain times of the year, cue people to do certain things. Summertime, for some people, become very project-oriented. What are you going to do this summer? We'll talk about that a little bit as time goes on here. But today, I want to talk about a very simple mindset, something that you can use immediately today, and you should today. Because in the world that we live in, it's really, really easy to make interesting decisions. Is that a good way? I could call it that, I guess. Interesting. Could be a bad one. Could be a one that maybe your judgment wasn't quite good enough. Could be a great one. But it's really difficult because everything comes at you so fast. It's hard to figure out how to do that. Now, I'm a former fat guy living in a relatively thin guy's body. Less relative these days. I've gained some weight during the pandemic. I have the pandemic 15, I think. I have to take care of that this summer. But I learned a life lesson a long time ago that really helps in what I do in terms of stopping the trigger. So let's back up a sec before I go forward. Here's a trigger. It's an emotional trigger. It's something that makes you do something or say something or be something or go someplace. You know the one. Some of them are very good. You can trigger yourself to do all kinds of cool things. My wife triggers in the morning. She wakes up, opens her eyes, goes to the gym. That's what she does. I don't have that trigger. Never have. But a trigger is also a bad thing. It's when you say something you shouldn't have said. Or maybe you, as I love to say, drop face first into a basket of French fries and a pitcher of beer and some chicken wings and go, what happened? What was I thinking? It was good. So as a kid, we would go out on a special occasion. Now, I grew up in a generation back in the 70s and the 80s where we didn't go out a whole lot. Not like today where you go out all the time. We barely had microwaves back then. We just barely got Egg McMuffins back then. So we'd go out. It was a special occasion. And on the weekends, my dad would take me to a brand new concept. The all-you-can-eat steakhouse. You've been there, right? It's not so much all you could eat anymore, but back then, boy, that was so cool. Stand in the buffet line, you get your steak. From that day forward, I knew that I would be living in my Husky pants. I did. I wore Huskies as a 5th grader. Cinnamon toast and butter got me on that train. Steak sealed it. Husky pants forever. Color-coded, matching, Garanimals, the whole thing. But years later, I figured out how to kind of deal with it. So in the beginning, here's what I did. It's a very basic philosophy, and I'm going to tell you, if you will adopt this today, it'll change your life. If you get in a conversation with your boss, with your wife, with your kids, if you end up in the buffet line someplace, if a buffet is still open these days, I think they are beginning to open somewhat. Maybe I don't know, maybe not. No matter what happens, if you adopt this philosophy, everything will change. Stop, think, order. That's it. Now, if that doesn't work, if you still find yourself falling into the emotional trigger, the advanced version comes into play. Stop, think again, order. Now, the problem with this, as simple as it is like I said at the beginning of the show, you are the boss of you. And that means that you can say, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to stop. I'm going to think about this. Boom, you're in. Why did that come out of my mouth? Or why did I put that in my mouth? It's so simple. We have to catch it. We'll push that trigger back. We will. Over time, the more you do it, the more you'll catch yourself, and eventually you won't do it at all. Years later, I kind of streamlined that away from the buffet because I realized it worked in life. I streamlined it into thinking, stop, think again, and act. And I began to use it in everything I do. So one day, I'm on the phone talking to my mom. My mom is 89 years old. She is, as they say, sharp. She wants to know everything that's going on in my life. She calls to check in with everything that's happening all the time. I probably at least once a week. If it's more than once a week, she tells me it's too much. We don't need to talk more than once a week. That's my mom, 89, right? So one day I'm talking to my mom, and I told her about this newfound way of thinking I had. This stop, this think again, and this act. And she said, it kind of sounds like listening before you speak and thinking before you act. I said, well, yeah, that's kind of what it is, Mom. Come on. I got a podcast and everything. I'm smart. She goes, yeah, but it also sounds like maybe something your mom might say. There's no doubt about that. So as simple as it sounds, the emotional triggers are firing all day long in you. And we need to recognize the trigger, and we need to pause for the cause and see if we can adjust that trigger. So the goal is to actually get what you really, truly want without arriving in a place where you think, okay, how did I get here again? Yeah. Simple as it may be, it is magical. So go over it again in your mind right now. Stop, think again, and act. I'm going to challenge you today to do that. I'm going to challenge you at some point today, whenever it happens. Could be at the office, could be at home, could be with the kids, could be at the restaurant, could be anywhere. I'm going to challenge you in that moment when you sense yourself wavering, getting ready to cross into the dark side. Stop, think again, and then act. Whatever you do after that, I'm fine. If you don't like the results, okay, fine, you can change it later. Likely, though, the very act of starting to change it will change everything in your world. Now, here's the advanced technique beyond that. All we do is get to ritualize it. We get to the point that we do it regularly all the time, and boom, everything changes. All right, get out there, enjoy your day, stay positive, get what you want because you said you wanted it, right? Yeah, make it happen. I'll be here tomorrow. We'll make sure. I'll see you then on the Daily Boost.